think it's time we take a look at another one of these Nintendo company brochures. Last time we looked at the company brochure from 2008, and it was super cool. There was a lot of really cool concept art and pictures inside Nintendo that we normally don't get to see. So thought I would go ahead and take a look at another one. This one's actually from 2006, so a couple years older than that other one. And I'm really excited to go through this because I really haven't seen too many images or anything on the internet out there about this thing. Maybe there's something on some of the Japanese sites and Japanese parts of the internet, but yeah, I haven't been able to see too much about this, so it should be fun to be able to go through this, and this might be the only place you get to see this thing, so that's pretty awesome. If you don't know, if you didn't watch that last video I did, these company brochures were kind of given out to potential Nintendo employees, people that would go in, maybe looking for a job, and they wanted to learn a little bit more about Nintendo, and these brochures would help them do that. So they were only given out to a select few. I don't know how many of these that were made. I don't know how many people got them, but there's not too many of these out there. So I'm lucky to have one, and I'm really happy, and I'm really excited to go through it. So we start off here. Got this nice little gold Mario badge on the front. And these are super high quality books, by the way. I think I said that in the last video, but these are really, really well made. I think Nintendo wanted to be like, hey, we know what we're doing. We're all about the quality, so this book is also quality. Really simplistic there. As we flip to the first page here, similar themes to that book from 2008. They were trying to show their culture, everything. You got here, this is like Zen rock garden with Japan, the country of Japan right in the middle there. Just to, start things off. And then some nice ornate art. I actually think this little icon was actually on the front cover of the book from 2008. So they kind of used this little D-pad icon. You got the nice A and B buttons right here. And then this page is all about the lineup for Nintendo at the time. Like I said, this was back in 2006. So at the time, the Wii was still known as the Revolution. And you can see here with some of these images that these are still like concept versions of the Revolution. They have the old controller designs. They had revealed the controller, obviously, because it's right here, but they had not revealed the name of the Wii yet, and the GameCube was still the home console on the market for Nintendo. But they were starting to move in that direction with the Wii. So you got the Game Boy Micro here. Got the DS. The DS was out in 2004, so that had been out for a couple of years at this point. GameCube, and then obviously the Revolution/Wii up there. So no Game Boy Advance. I guess the Game Boy Micro makes up the Game Boy Advance. But I'm surprised there's no like Game Boy Advance SP on there. And here we go. Got a big map of the world. Nintendo trying to appeal to all audiences, take over the world with Mario and D-pads and Pokemon down there, I guess. What's this? What's in the middle here? What's in like the Middle East? Are those buttons? Yeah, those are A and B buttons. You got some like Mario sprites there with a mushroom, question mark block. And like I said, those Pikachus, I think those are from Pokemon Troze, those little Pikachu icons, so. And this is something that is in every book. It's a little blurb from the president of Nintendo, who was obviously Satoru Iwata at the time. And I did put this through Google Translate just to see what it said. And it's kind of poignant because it's talking about how at this time, video games were kind of stagnating as manufacturers were starting to get away from games, really. Because at this point, a lot of the companies were trying to move into like media and like other things in their console and not focus as much on the games. And that's kind of what this is talking about. This is talking about Nintendo introducing the Nintendo DS, Touch Generations line, and how they want to just focus on games for the Revolution or the Wii. So that's kind of what this is talking about, and employees would want to know that you want to work at a place that's making games and focuses on the game. So this is like a nice, beautiful page here. Kyoto and Tokyo development. This is going to go show possibly pictures inside Nintendo. Nice Mario here. And yeah, okay. This is the cool stuff. This is the awesome stuff that you don't really get to see too much of outside of like a few concept art books. So if we look here, got some concept art for Donkey Kong. I don't know if that's the original Donkey Kong or something else, but that's some really, really cool art. Then we flip this back over. We got some like Mario sprite design. Just some different animations from Mario. This definitely looks like it's all from Donkey Kong. So Jumpman, I guess we would say. More Jumpman poses and animations. Death animation. Jumps. And all this good stuff. This is really, really cool to see. So this is all design documents and drawings and stuff that Nintendo probably still has. They keep this stuff, as we know, as we've learned over the years. They keep all this old stuff, and that's really awesome. Then looks like we're getting into Mario Kart stuff. So you got a bunch of different track designs here. I'm sure you can Google Translate some of this stuff, and they might be the names of the tracks. You got Yoshi Circuit down here. I think this is probably from Mario Kart DS. So if we move this little piece of art here, got Donkey Kong behind Mario. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if they're trying to talk about Mario Kart DS here or something else, but it is obviously Mario Kart. And here are some more concept art pictures. Looks like we got Mario going through the finish line. Just a bunch of different pieces of art here that I feel like has never really been shown off here. Let's try to get a more close-up look at these. Toad drifting. Is that Luigi there? Got Yoshi. Bunch of racers here. And on this page, got Mario power sliding. So yeah, these kart designs look like they're from DS, which would make sense since Mario Kart DS was out at the time, I believe. So this is the type of stuff, like I said, that you don't really get to see much of from Nintendo, and it's really, really cool to see it in these older books here. What is the? So this guy has something on his head. I assume he's playing Brain Age. This might be some sort of like neural activity detector to see what's going on in the brain when you're playing Brain Age or any sort of video game. This is super interesting to see. I did not know Nintendo did this. I don't know if many people did know, but it's really, really cool to see. And then I'm not really sure what this page is about. I'm sure this says something in Japanese that is relevant, but I have not translated that, so. Oh, and this page is actually super cool. I remember flipping through this. You got the blooper there. But on here, on this page, you see a GameCube down here. You might see on this little edge, there's this little spinner. So if we spin this, hit a Game Boy, Famicom, the Game & Watch. So it's going through Nintendo's entire history of products and things like that. This is like their, I think it's called the 10 billion or something, or 10, what's it called? 10? Yeah, it's the 10 billion like little toy, a little puzzle toy here. What is this? This is one of their probably Pong clones, 1978. That's the gunman thing where you shoot it and it like flops over. Lots of different toys here. This is like their Perfection type toy. I think it's Perfection probably is a ripoff of this, and who knows if this is a ripoff of anything else, but yeah, a little slot machine or poker. I think that's like a virtual poker machine. Love tester there. We know about the baseball machine. Ultra hand. So yeah, this is so cool just being able to go through all this stuff. Hanafuda cards and the Wii, and then we get back. Oh no, we got the DS, and then we get back to the GameCube here. So, you know, I'll just put this up here as for a closer look, but yeah. This page is really, really awesome, being able to see all this stuff. And Nintendo, I think this is just a common thing that you see in these books, is Nintendo trying to show off their entire history. They haven't always been about video games. Video games are a pretty new thing for Nintendo in the grand scheme of things. They've been around for like 135 years or something like that. And video games have only been about 40 years of that now. So, they want to show that off. Here we have prototype Wii controllers and nunchuck controllers on this page. So we start on this side with the Wii, the actual Wii remote controller. We see they went through quite a few different iterations here before they finalized. And this one's not even finalized on this page. That one's still different than what the finalized version we got. But I think the most interesting one here is definitely the one right here, where the D-pad, that might not have been the bottom of the controller. That might have still been the top of the controller. It might be flipped, but the D-pad is completely different. It definitely resembles more of like an actual TV remote, I think, that you'd see. But yeah, super, super cool to see going through hardware design. And then the nunchuck as well. You've got different nunchuck styles here. Not too much a variation in these, probably just ergonomics. They went through different variations for ergonomics, but the nunchuck itself does feel great in the hand. So whatever they came up with, I think was a good design. Oh my god. I absolutely love this page so much. So you've got a bunch of different Animal Crossing villagers doing their little T-poses here. I have to put it this way because I don't have too much space behind me, but I love this. I wish I could read the text. I wish I knew what all that stuff was saying. And like I said, I'm sure you could put this through Google Translate and see what it's saying and see all the notes and stuff, but you never see this kind of stuff from Nintendo. So being able to see it here is awesome. I wish some of these villages weren't repeated and we saw some different ones, but as a gigantic Animal Crossing fan, it's so cool to see this here and just, see where things kind of started. Obviously, Animal Crossing started on the N64 and then came up on the GameCube, and then these are probably models for Wild World since other stuff was for Mario Kart DS. But yeah, really, really cool. Here you got a Game Boy Micro. So the big thing about the Game Boy Micro was obviously it was all about customization, had all those different face plates, and it was aimed at the kind of teen market. So having all that customization and stuff was cool. And there's that Famicom Edition one. I have that. Really awesome. I wish I had more Game Boy Micro faceplates because they're really, really fun. And it's a great little system. Games look really, really good on it. So, this is Wii. This is prototype Wii stuff here. And if you don't remember, when the Revolution / the Wii was first shown off, they actually showed it in, I think, 5 different colors. There was this red, there was this bright green, which I really, really wish we got. Love this color so much. There was the black, I believe there was silver, and then the classic white that we all know and love. So this is them kind of showing off their little prototype Wii cases, I guess, casings you'd call it. Somebody out there has these things, and I would love to see them in a museum or something. I know Nintendo's making a museum, so maybe some of this stuff will be there, which would be really cool. And then here is just another transition page with some of these Mario characters down here. Almost look like models from Mario Party. I wonder if that's what it is. But you got pretty much the entire crew down there. And then, very yellow page here. This is a message from Miyamoto, I believe. So what he's talking about here is just creativity and the way that games are made these days. Talking to potential employees about, coming here, trying out game development, being as creative as possible. Shigeru Miyamoto is one of those people that would want to bring out the best in somebody and really, really innovate and create really cool, unique things. So that's kind of what he's talking about on this page. And here are some, we didn't get too many pictures, but it looks like here are some photos of Nintendo employees in the office hanging out. Maybe some kid. These actually might be promotional. These ones with like the kids and the girls here, but it looks like they go from promotional to images of people in the office. This guy looks like he's in the office doing some work there. It's a GameCube on the side. Another office worker here. And then one more. It looks like they're having a lot of fun. The people at Nintendo, you know, they're having fun. I'm sure game creation is not easy and it's stressful, but I imagine working at Nintendo is a lot of fun. And they're trying to show that off. And here, this is a bunch of stuff. They do this in every one of these books. They have questions from they have questions that they ask their current employees about the company, what they think of the company, how they feel about certain things within the company. So these are kind of like testimonials for people that want to work here, and they get to hear from the actual employees of the company. So these are cool. You can pause the video, translate this stuff if you want. Looks like these are like handwritten too, so maybe the translation might not pick up on it as easily, but yeah, there's those questions and answers there. Big old Nintendo logo here, colorful, rainbow, very pretty. And then just kind of like information about the company, their facilities. These are also, this sort of information is also in every one of these books. Lot less like exciting stuff for us to look at, but the sales data is pretty interesting to look at. So they were pretty stagnant here for a long time. I believe the white is the profit and the green is the total sales for the specified year. So as you can see, they were kind of pretty steady when it comes to sales, but profit margins definitely differed between years. 2004 was a particularly low year, middle of GameCube's life, almost towards the end of GameCube's life. And then you look at the bottom here, actually towards the end of the Nintendo life, their profits weren't very high. But even going into the N64 era, they were making decent profit compared to GameCube. So that's interesting stuff to look at. And then they had this in the other book as well, History of Nintendo. So as we continue looking at these books, it'll go all the way past 2005 where it ends here. And yeah, like I said, they're very keen on showing their full history, not just video games. And here are a couple of the final pages here. This is talking about the type of employees that Nintendo's looking for. They're talking about how they're looking for very creative personalities, creative people, and Nintendo wouldn't be who they are without their employees. So they're kind of just trying to say who they're looking for, what they're looking out for, and you know, if you want to work here, I'm sure there's going to be work, but we want creative people. Some more information. More info here as well. Probably for employees, maps of the different locations where you could possibly work at Nintendo. They got Kyoto offices, Tokyo offices, stuff in Osaka, Nagoya, Sapporo. So, and then the last page here, this nice little collage of Mario's. And then, just like the 2008 book, there is this disc. Now, if you saw my most recent upload before this one, it was a video of the Tokyo Game Show reveal of the Revolution controller. That was on this disc, and along with that is the full Tokyo Game Show press conference that Satoru Iwata had in 2005. So I may upload that at some point as well, but nice to have that in full like DVD quality. I have not seen a higher quality video of what I posted or the press conference anywhere else. So it's really cool to have that as a part of history. And then we got the end here. Nice red Nintendo logo. But yeah, so that is the Nintendo company brochure for 2006. I love going through these things, love exploring them, seeing a little bit inside Nintendo, and I hope you guys did too. We'll definitely take a look at more in the future. I have a bunch of these. I have basically all of them from 2006 onward. So I'll have more videos like this in the future. Check them out if you want to. I'll catch you guys on the next one.